What does Nicole do to refuel herself? Because you give a lot, you coach, you're author, you do a lot of things. What do you do to refuel yourself?
Well, of course, I spend my time daily with my God. I'm just have good faith, and I'm that's huge for me. And
Mhm.
secondly, I just love being with my family. I have 3 amazing children.
Nice,
My daughter is a teacher. She graduated from Hampton. My son
nice.
graduated from Angelo State. He's working on his master's and his last season of football. And my
Mm,
baby's at UNT. And so my husband and I, with our family, we just spend family time. We pour into our kids, watch football games, of course, the Cowboys. And as long as I put my down with the deer cleaning, I'm on top of the world.
I love it. I love it. With with all you do, you talked about refueling yourself, about the book, about your coaching. Let's say something happened, you weren't able to coach anymore, you couldn't write anymore, you had to pick a completely different career. What would it be?
Completely different. Can't go back to education.
Can't come back to education, no coaching. Um, you could go back to being the Michael Jackson, uh, copycat if you want, but you can't go back to those the careers and the things that you do now. What would you do?
It has to be something involving, people. I have to connect with people. Relationships are everything for me. My passion has always been rooting for the underdog. So maybe
Mm,
I'm the president of an organization where I'm helping out marginalized, children to realize their potential, and then at the same time, working with those parents so that they understand your role as a parent and the influence you have on their lives. So why it's so important for you to get your stuff together because you're impacting the next generation.
I love it. Nicole, when did you feel like, when did you discover that God put you on earth to do this type of work?
I think I was always on a college level and I started there and I liked people. And I guess at church we used to do missionary work, but my mom always said, you need to go into school. And I was like, oh no, no, ma'am, I am not going to that school building. But she knew it. She knew that I loved in Sunday school. I was volunteering to teach and I loved helping out others. So I just think there is different signs along the way at church, always the one trying to volunteer, get up in the front. And even when I was at Grambling State University, if I had a tough day on campus, I'd go and volunteer at the elementary campus right across the street because that brought me joy. And then I
Wow.
nursing home. So anything that connects me with people because it helps me forget all the issues that I have when
Mhm.
I am on to support someone else.
This is amazing because we see nowadays that people are not trying to be around people.
Yeah.
It's almost as if like if I'm around people, I'm overwhelmed,
Yeah.
I'm burnt out. And you're saying like I have to be connected to people of some sort.
Right. Yes,
S-
that gives me my energy.
Hmm. Okay, so you would do something that would still be with people. Now, let's just say you get a call tomorrow and someone's like, "Hey, the book is a New York Times bestseller. We want to book you to be on a tour, to travel, to speak, and things like that. You're gonna be away from your family for 4 months. What do you do?
That's tough. 4 months for I get to come home?
You get to come home once every 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
The
Okay.
See, that's where I recharge.
Mm,
Home, I have to recharge. I have to connect with my babies and my family and make sure that they're good, but yes, as long as I can come back home and recharge, oh, yeah, I can do it.
you know why I asked that question? Because if you gave a quick answer and was like 4 months, absolutely, I'm out. I'd be like, that might be alarming. You go
Yeah.
into a 4 month spurt and not see what you consider to be like your support system and
Yes.
your charging station. Nicole, what would you say to, let's say you meet an African American lady, she's about 18 years old. She's like, I'm struggling to find my purpose, but what should I do? Because I'm looking at you. You've done a lot of good work. You found what you should be doing. What advice would you give her?
We're going to sit down and we're going to go over things that makes her happy. What do you enjoy? What makes your eyes just sparkle when you hear this word, or if someone puts you in this position? And once we identify at least 2 or 3 things that she loves to do, then I'm going to recommend you need to go and volunteer. You need to go in that space so you can see how, if you truly feel comfortable in that space. And then we're going to come up with a plan for her to start walking towards her dream. If you were in this space, if you could have one position or one opportunity, what would it be? And then we're going to try to make sure that that's a reality for her. But the dream is within all of us. We were all given gifts, and we just need to tap into those gifts. We have to reignite that flame, and we have to protect that flame with everything that we have. So that means when the job says, "Hey, I need you to stay a couple more hours," wait, my flame, I got things that I got to do for me, because
Mm,
this job, y'all will be okay, but my family may not.
mhm.
Yeah, I may have some regrets of things that I missed out on by making sure that you were the priority. So making sure you have those healthy boundaries, setting priorities for your life, and going for things that terrify you, that you fear the most. Those are the things that you should pursue.
It's amazing because you mentioned that you would coach her, that you would let her see it's already inside of you. Let's pull it out. My my last part of this interview, and it's amazing hearing someone with so much, not just good information, but refreshing information. Not the whole gotta just grind every day, all day, gotta just hustle culture. It's good hearing someone with the wisdom of God and the favor of God. The last part is rapid fire questions. So I ask you a couple questions. They're off the wall. You answer them as fast as you can. There's no right.
Okay.
And this she's ready. I love it. And there's no wrong. Okay, so first question is, you have unlimited resources, unlimited money. Where do you travel for a week?
Tahiti.
Oh, tell us why.
It is so beautiful, and I want to live in one of those huts on the
Sure.
water.
Oh, wow.
Wait, like that. Oh, yes.
Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. The Dallas Cowboys is in the Super Bowl. Who are they up against, and how much did they beat them by?
The Saint, and the score in 49-0.
I love it. All right. If you could be any superhero or famous character you've ever known in your life, who could it be and why?
I would like to be, what's the man in the suit like this? What's his name? I
Oh,
love
no. Is it Flash?
Iron Man.
Iron Man. Iron Man. Tony Stark. Iron
Iron
Man.
Man. My son hates
Ah.
it because he loves Superman and he's 23, but I'm an Iron Man girl. And he can go anywhere and do anything, and he has a protective suit. I'm with him.
Yeah. That's the first I've got Iron Man. Everyone usually says Superman or Batman. Iron Man. Okay, I respect it. I respect it. Okay. You have the ability to co-write with any person in the world, dead or alive. Who is that person?
Love Les Brown.
Yes.
Think he is amazing. One of the
Yes.
best.
Yes.
Title when I was little. So Les Brown.
Yes. Les Brown, come on the show and meet Dr. Bradford. He's amazing.
Yes, he is.
Amazing. I
Mm.
studied a lot of his stuff, a lot of his stuff. Two more questions. Favorite person in the world that's not family? Maybe
Oprah Winfrey.
nice. Tell us why.
so incredible. Look at her story. She was able, when they fired her, she was like, okay, that's good for you, but let me show you what I can do. And she's built this amazing empire and just impacted so many people's lives with her message. And so that's my goal. I just want to help people. I think that's what we're called to do.
I love it. I love it. God tells you, hey, you got 3 years left on this earth. You've already done what I've asked you to do. You can do whatever you want the next 3 years. What would you do?
Going to have my own nonprofit and help out families and marginalized individuals realize their potential and to help them to create the life that they desire.
I love it. Well, Dr. Nicole, it's so cool having you on this show. I was deeply encouraged, inspired. I know that the listeners will be also. Tell them real quick where they can find you at and where they can find the book at.
The book will be on Amazon and in Barnes and Noble. And my website is www.maintaintheflame.net. And that's where
Mm,
you can even get a copy of the book or sign up for my coaching services or have me to come and speak to you at a conference or any one of your programs.
love it. Dr. Nicole, we'll see you when we see you. We'll make sure they get the book. I'll make sure I get the book because it has definitely blessed me. Have a good day.
You do the same. Thank you so much.
I cannot say thank you enough for listening to this episode. Do me a favor, subscribe and share it with a friend. Help us help more people as we share a message of getting unstuck with real life problems with real people solving them. Be great.